Hey you guys, it's me Kianna coming at you today. And I am coming at you. First of all, I did a video. I hope you guys go look at it because it was some things I needed to say and I made sure I said it in that video. It's the video right before this, so make sure you watch it. It's titled, Okay, I Must Say This, or something like that. So make sure you look at it. It's right before this. Yeah. So, I wanted to do this review, you guys, and I told you guys in the other video I was not pleased whatsoever. As you can see in the title, yeah, I wasn't pleased. Um, Now I made it work, but I had to tweak it and tweak it to a whole nother level. And then also, it still wasn't up to what I was accustomed to. It wasn't what I expected, and it was more expensive than the version of what I do in my own home, and not costing hardly anything. Literally costing me literally like 50 cents. Okay, so as you all know, I have been a vegetarian now for about a month now, and I'm loving the lifestyle, loving it so much. Um, I have noticed that I need to incorporate just a little bit more protein in my diet. I haven't talked about that to you guys. And there's many ways you can get protein. If you actually research it, you'll know that vegetarians do not necessarily mean you lack protein. It's just being wiser with your protein choices and incorporating that into whatever else you want, as far as if you're low carb with being a vegetarian, or you're staying away from a certain amount of calories or a certain amount of carbs. So it's just basically adjusting or fitting in your protein to match up to whatever path you're on, as far as, like I said, if you're worrying about your calories or your carbs or both. So it is, that's a myth about people thinking that people that are vegetarians or vegans don't get protein. They do. It's all about being wise, and rather than people always saying that, I think that they should research it themselves and gain a certain amount of wisdom about it. And what I have noticed is, because I've been so busy, and I've been very busy, you guys. Just because I kick out a couple of videos for you guys, please don't think that I'm not busy. I'm very busy. It's just that where somebody else will maybe spending time with, maybe watching a certain TV show, or maybe they'll be, drinking or sipping a cup of coffee, I'm doing other stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, I've been very busy, so I haven't been eating as much as I should. Yes, yes, I know. Fat people sometimes don't eat enough. I know that's a surprise to some of you guys, but it's the truth. And in fact, a lot of people I've noticed that are overweight, they they don't eat enough, enforcing their body to become a fat burning system and a furnace, so to speak, and burning fat, existing fat, and also fat that you absorb. They don't eat enough, so therefore the metabolism becomes sluggish, even more sluggish than before. Hence, the body trying to basically hold on to every fat cell or every fat gram that you consume or already have in you. But that's another story. Um, I digress. What I wanted to come to you guys about, and you guys saw my healthy food haul that was what, about a week and a half ago. Well, I've been doing it for hauls for healthy foods and vegetarian foods and all that kind of stuff. I've introduced you guys to a lot of things, TVP being one of them. Several different Bob Red Mill products, and his 12 bean soups, and what else? Sweet rice, which is the kind you use for sushi, and what else? Certain kinds of flour. Gobanza flour, which is chickpea flour. Black bean flour. I've introduced you guys to black bean burgers, fixing them from scratch, so that you don't have to spend the money actually that are really high in the food market. So I've done that, and I'm going to continue to show you guys loads more. In fact, that is one of the cookbooks as well. That's number 3. Number 2 is low carb. But I told you guys, when I bought a lot of different items, I bought them specifically for A, so that I can try them out. B, I'll be able to try them out and compare them the product that's actually packaged with what I do from scratch and what I've shared with you guys and what I do in my everyday life, even off camera, meals I fix. And C, I wanted to be able to compare the price, how much theirs costs, how much my version costs, and last but not least, D, I wanted to be able to tell you which one tastes better. Okay, so I showed you guys in the haul that I had bought a lot of meat-like products, whether it's Morningstar, or whether it was just, I think the brand is called Light Life. That's one of the brands that they have that are usually, they're not found in the freezer section like Morningstar. Morningstar usually have their burgers, their burger-like products, their bacon-like products, which I have that as well. They also have things like crumbled ground beef and what else? Chicken patties, rib sandwich. I have the ribs as well. We're going to try them out probably tomorrow. Maybe today. No, probably tomorrow. But I wanted to tell you guys how they actually take. That way y'all don't have to waste y'all money on it, for one. For two, you guys don't have to, you can actually see that you can make these products not just more economically, but you also can make these products and they taste better. Because what matters is if it's, you know, you can have something cheap all day, but if it tastes like crap, who cares, right? So, and you're probably not going to stick to it. So I actually made this. It's by Lifelight. It says meat free, 8 grams of protein, 0 fat, which I found, well, you guys probably know that literally almost a lot of things that you eat as a vegetarian are going to be meat free if you're eating the right way. Not meat free, that's a given, are going to be fat free. Of course, when we add things like salad dressings to our salad and stuff like that, that's when the fat comes into play. But you have to also understand that it's fat in everything you eat. All the regular food that we, and I say we because you do too, that we eat is fat in it. So if you can cut it with something, which is I'm cutting it with meat and stuff. You all know I'm doing it for several different reasons, but you're also cutting your fat intake with the meat. And cutting it is cutting it. It's still eliminating something. So that's always a positive. But this is something I bought. It's called Gimme Lean ground beef veggie protein. It has 0 cholesterol in it. We're going to dissect this. We're going to actually, this is half of it. It comes in a roll just like you get regular, you know, when you get the little rolls of ground beef. This is not found in the Morningstar or the frozen food section. This is actually more found in where you see your produce, also where you see like chopped up veggies, fruit platters. In most markets I've found it there. They also have the veggie cheese that I use. As you all know, I'm not vegan, but I do try to stay away from animal products as much as possible, for my own personal reasons and my own theories on it. But yeah, so I buy the veggie cheese off the hook, you guys. I already talked to you guys about it, but you can get that here in this section as well. But this is the ground beef. Okay, so this is the roll. I fixed a whole plate of whole pot of spaghetti yesterday. And what I do is, a lot of people say that, you know, they don't do this, but this is what I did. I make big portions and then break them down in containers. I do that because since I am busy, and since we all say we're busy, and you all out there say that you're busy, well, we often impulse eat because we don't have things available to us. So where some people shy away from fixing big pots of food, I actually encourage it. For one, it saves money. For two, it's already prepared. You only have to heat and serve. And for three, it gives you a variety of already prepared items. So rather than buying packaged prepared items that are loaded with all kinds of things that you don't know, even if it's meat free, it may be loaded with salt, it may be loaded with sugar or whatever, preservatives, whatever they need to do to process it and to store it and keep it for you. Well, when you're doing it yourself, you not only save money, you can control what you're putting in it, and it often tastes better, and it's convenient. So it's a win-win situation. That's why no matter if you shy away from fixing large portions or not, it is the best way for me. And I think that you guys that are busy will find it's the best way for you as well. It does keep you on schedule and on a tightrope with making sure you have things available, and you don't have to be afraid of impulse eating. So this is, I used this, a half a roll for the whole pot, because what I did was, and what I do is, even when I fix meatless items, I load it up so that I can get the vitamin intake. I load it up with veggies, and that's why I think that I need to incorporate a little bit more protein. Again, this is pure protein without fat, unlike animal products. You get the protein from it, but you're getting a load of fat as well, and cholesterol and all that. This eliminates all the bad and leaving all the good. So despite what was I saying? I forgot, you guys. Let me just go ahead and talk about I wanted to show you guys the texture and everything. Oh yeah, what I do is I load up so much on the veggies, so that's why I'm not getting enough protein, I think, because even though I have these products, I still don't eat as much of it as I do veggies and everything else. So I loaded up with making the spaghetti with I made whole wheat noodles, and I used green pepper, red pepper, onion, mushrooms, some eggplant. I sauteed all of that together, some fresh garlic. I sauteed all that together and then put that in with the meat product, the fake meat, and then put it in the pot of spaghetti. You want to make sure when you're making spaghetti and any other thing, when you're becoming a vegetarian, you have to be careful with certain things, you guys, because the spaghetti sauce, you have to make sure that it doesn't have meat in it, because the one that says meat has meat particles and stuff in it. It has meat juices, drippings in it, and all that kind of stuff. So you have to be mindful of that. So you want to get traditional, okay? And you still want to check that. When you become a vegetarian, when you're just starting off, you want to check everything. Trust me, because stuff that you wouldn't even think has meat in it, or meat particles, or meat broth, trust me, you'll see that it does. So you want to just check everything to be sure. I'm going to show you what this looks like, and then we're going to go over the nutritional value and also the ingredients, you guys. This is what it looks like. And you guys know that what I've been using is TVP. Whenever I want to make something that's like ground beef or whatever, or meat, I use tofu for chicken light, and I'm going to make a baked crispy chicken for you guys out of tofu this upcoming week. So make sure you tune into that. Yeah, I said a baked crispy chicken, and we're probably going to have some roasted red potatoes with it on the side. But yeah, so I use TVP. I introduced a lot of you guys to that. TVP, I say use TVP over this. TVP you can get even in your local food market nowadays, you guys. Yeah, just check your organic aisle or your Whole Foods aisle. Not the Whole Food stores necessarily, but even regular markets. I went to Giants the other day and got a couple of Bob's Red Mill products. So you can actually look there. They didn't have any more when I went, but they do sell Bob's Red Mill products. And usually wherever you see Bob's Red Mill products, you'll probably see TVP. Okay? So I would use the TVP over this. TVP is about, well, I got it from soap.com for $6 for two bags. So half of that for each bag, that means it's $3. This was $3 a roll. Now, as far as serving sizes, you get 7 servings out of this, 7 servings out of this whole roll, and TVP you get 11 servings. So again, we want to compare. We're paying the same price, $3. Actually, this is about $3.50. I got it on sale for $2.99. So let's say $3.50, TVP $3. So we're all in the same price range, right? Okay. Serving size 7, TVP serving size 11. Taste. This, let's talk about smell. This smells like dog food. I can't word it any other way. TVP has no smell whatsoever. TVP also has the flexibility of you spicing it the way that you want, as far as it's hydrating. You may want to put a little bit of soy sauce in the water. You may want to put a little liquid smoke in the water. You may want to use a little bit of vegetable broth, vegetable bouquet broth, whatever. You have that flexibility, which actually changes the taste slightly, okay, before you even put it in a dish. This you just season with whatever seasonings you want, but the taste is already in here, so you don't have any, you know, wiggle room or flexibility with that. The smell turns me off, and I am a firm believer, I've always been, that we eat with our eyes first. And you may don't realize that, but when if a restaurant brings a plate to you that's not visually appealing, you will react to that. You won't be satisfied. You will find yourself eating the dish like the, so you'll be hesitating before you even consume it. You understand what I'm saying? Because we eat with our eyes first. Okay? It's a visual thing. And our eyes have to be stimulated visually. So this doesn't do it for me. Now, TVP does look different. Okay? This looks like, I'm going to take y'all way back. Potted meat. That's what this looks like. Potted meat. This looks like potted meat or refried beans. That's exactly what it looks like. TVP, once it's hydrated and with the color being exempt. Let's take out the issue of the color, you guys, right? And if you use beef broth, if you're not a vegetarian, it will actually look like exactly like ground beef. That's what Taco Bell uses, in case you don't know. But the look is not visually it's appealing. Okay, it's not like this. This looks like refried beans, and in fact, it smells like dog food and refried beans. Now let's get into the taste. I'm sorry this video is long, but I want to give you guys the actual information. I like to give you guys all full information. That way you can make your own decision, and also you'll know what works and what don't work. You may don't find it helpful, but I'm pretty sure somebody out there will. As far as ingredients, you guys, I'm not going to list everything. Again, this gets into, you know, making things on your own, like the TVP. You can control what's in it. For instance, there's a lot of things that I can't even pronounce in this. When I'm making TVP, I'm just naming off some things that's in this. I don't put soy milk powder in my TVP. I don't put wheat gluten in my TVP, which actually gluten is not that great for you. I don't put what else? One second. I don't put barley malt extract, yeast extract. I don't put caramel coloring. I don't put hydrated soy. I don't put tapioca starch. I don't put these things in my TVP. So we're looking at the price for TVP is the same as this, but it's a better product as far as visually, as far as tasting, as far as economically, as far as being able to control what's in it, as far as smell, all of that. So I would actually recommend not getting this and using TVP instead. And I don't get paid from no TVP company to say that, just by the way. The other thing is, let's go to the calories. 60 calories per serving, 0 fat, 0 trans fat, saturated fat, polyunsaturated fat, monounsaturated fat, cholesterol 0. All of those things are 0. Carbs are 2. Protein are 8 grams. Taste. This tastes like refried beans. Now I put it in my spaghetti. Okay, I put it in my spaghetti, but my spaghetti had, because I didn't use that much, luckily, it's still, you know, edible. It's not like I'm like, oh, I really don't want that. But it does taste like, and the smell is still just getting to me as I'm waving. It does taste like refried beans, you guys. So I'm like, who wants beans in their spaghetti? Now this probably would be okay to use for like tacos or burritos or nachos as a substitute. Why? Because it does taste like beans, and you wouldn't mind a bean taste in that dish. So if you want to make tacos or something like that, I still say use TVP, because that's one of my favorite dishes. I make soft tacos on a wheat whole wheat tortilla, and fat-free sour cream, and loaded with all kinds of veggies. That's one of my favorite dishes. Nene and I, that's one of our favorite dishes. We use TVP to do it. But if you want more of a bean taste, then yeah, you can use this, and it wouldn't really matter. But if you want to fix it like a lasagna, spaghetti, sloppy joe, stuff like that, I actually don't recommend you use this. I actually recommend that you use, if you're not a vegetarian, use half ground beef and half TVP, because that's another way of stretching your meat. If in fact you're not a vegetarian, you're just looking for a more economical or more healthier way to serve your family. Or you can go cold turkey like me and just go hard TVP all the way, and you don't even use no beef products or beef stock or nothing. You can use vegetable stock. What else? A little bit of liquid smoke, a little bit of soy sauce with the water that you use to hydrate it. But I actually don't recommend you get this. It's called Gimme Lean, you guys. I don't like it. It's just not. After having tea, now if I didn't have no other choice, if I've never tried TVP before, see, this is why a lot of people get soured on being vegetarians, because they try stuff like this and then they assume that every non-meat dish tastes like this. If they hear, that's why it's important for me to do these videos too. If they hear somebody, you say, oh, I want to be a vegetarian, and you give them this, they're going to automatically assume every time they hear non-meat dish, or I'm fixing a non-meat dinner, they have this in their head. And that's what I want to break away from. I want you guys to break away from thinking that everything that's vegetarian tastes like this, because I eat great food and it doesn't taste like this. So and I hope I also enlighten people that there are actual fat vegetarians and fat vegans out there. Everything is a process, just like anything else. When you first, like when people have a gastric bypass surgery, they're fat. Everybody starts off a certain way. Incorporating in these healthy lifestyles will eventually branch off, and you will start seeing the results physically. Right now I'm seeing the results physically and mentally, but eventually, as time goes by, I will see those results even more. So I hope that I'm starting to be a face to not giving up and not giving in, and reinventing yourself, and being consistent and trying every single day to not just lay down and die. And I hope that I can encourage people in some way, shape, or form to and be a face to that. You know, a lot of people can say what they want. They can say that, you know, Kianna doing this woman and Kianna doing that, but the fact is, I'm doing. So the question is, are you? So so on that note, you guys, I wanted to also let you guys know I found this at Dollar Tree. This is sugar in the raw natural cane sugar. You get 25 individual packs. I do know in the food market that this is like $6 sugar in the raw for a container of it. So this is something that you may want to definitely see if your local Dollar Tree has. I actually thought about somebody I actually hold very dear to me. She actually sent Chuck, and he makes it known that it's his. Yes, he does. Grandma Cheap Cheap. You guys, I love her so much. I look at her as like my YouTube Nana or something. She just, because I don't have my Nana with me any longer, coming across her and loving her spirit and growing closer to her, it has it makes me remember. It reminds me of my Nana, and that's what she does to me. But Chuck, she calls Chuck her YouTube son, and she sent Chuck some tea because he is a tea connoisseur, just like her, I guess. But he ain't gonna appreciate me doing that snap when I mention his name. But anyway, so she sent him some tea, and I see her videos, and she uses sugar in the raw. She uses this kind of sugar, and she loves to make different kinds of teas. All those teas that you guys are paying $4 and $5 for, and the bottles and stuff, she uses those bottles, buy it once, uses that same bottle, and makes her own tea. She makes pomegranate tea. She makes all kinds of tea, you guys. So make sure you check out her channel. But she does use this. And I know a lot of people look for deals, and they look for, because this is a gluten-free product as well. Carbs are 5, 0 fat, 20 calories. So this is not a sugar-free product, but it's sugar in the raw, which is supposed to be a different kind of sugar, or a more healthier sugar, or a less processed sugar. But yeah, so I got this for Daddy. You get 25 packets at Dollar Tree for $1, you guys, of course. And it also, for you coupon girls out there, it says for special offers, go to sugarintheraw.com. As you all know, you really don't see coupons for this. It says right here verbatim, for special offers. So you may want to check out their site if you're interested in buying this. If you can't find this in your local dollar store or Dollar Tree for $1 like I did, then if you want to just try it, just look for a coupon for it on that site, sugarintheraw.com. Also, as you all know, this is not nothing new. You always can go to the companies itself. Just Google it and go to the company and tell them that you're interested in purchasing their products even more, and they more than likely will give them your address and everything. They more than likely will send you some exclusive coupons. Often they pair the coupons with high value coupons, and also get one free coupon included. So if you feel like taking the time to do that, it only takes a few minutes, but not even a few minutes actually. But yeah, this is Sugar in the Raw, Dollar Tree, not Dollar Store. Dollar Tree has this. So I hope this review has helped you guys. I know it was long, but I wanted to give you guys, like I said, I'm really not worrying about the time on a lot of my videos. I want to give you guys all the information I can. I do believe information and knowledge is the key to being successful at anything. So with that being said, that's why I have found it necessary to do a 27-minute video on that ground beef that reminds me of dog food and refried beans. So on that note, you guys, there's many more videos to come as far as reviews for different non-meat food items, and also some recipes. They all will be coming. They all will be economical, and they all will be yummy. Alright, you guys, I love you all so much. I will talk to you guys later. Be blessed.